Welcome back to Film Snob HQ. We're on the road to Avengers Doomsday still, and next up, we're taking a break from the MCU. We just did Punisher Warzone, and now what we're going to dive into is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Picture should be here if I've edited it properly. This is a flick that was, received with mixed reactions at the time. I've always really enjoyed it. I dug it when I first saw it in theaters. I didn't really get the critiques at the time. And then I heard everyone's complaints about and things I didn't like. And I guess there is some of that. The timeline is a little bit flimsy. Obviously, they've made some major changes to characters, the most obvious one being Deadpool. But outside of that, I think it's an okay film. I think my hand on heart, I think it has one of the best opening credit sequences of all time. Like that and Watchmen, I think hold the title for best opening credits of any superhero film. They're so strong. The idea of Logan and Sabretooth fighting side by side through all the different major wars as brothers is fascinating to me. And it's very, very cool. I like that quite a bit. Liev Schreiber takes over the role of Sabretooth, previously held by Tyler Mane, and he's really good in it. I really like him in this role. We've got Dominic Monaghan. I can't remember the name of his mutant, but it's a guy who can do like electricity magic tricks. Will.i.am plays a guy who can kind of teleport. Again, I don't remember. I guess that's the film. That's the kind of markers left of me. I don't remember everyone's character. Our first appearance of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, mainly Wade Wilson, and he's really fun as Wade Wilson. Obviously, when he gets to the Deadpool thing and they kind of sew his mouth shut, that's a little bit strange. However, in the post-credit sequence, to jump ahead, they do show him with his mouth open. So it was always intended to be, my feeling is, more accurate. And then obviously we got the Deadpool we got years later. So yeah, and then we've got Danny Houston taking over as Colonel Stryker. Previously it was Brian Cox in X-Men 2, and now we've got a younger Stryker here. And basically, it says it's the origins of Wolverine. I don't know if that's entirely true. We don't get too much of his youth. There's a very brief sequence at the start, but mostly it's kind of his time as a mutant with bone claws before the adamantium and he lost his memory. That's what it is. So it's kind of an origin, but I feel like they don't really dive into all the really interesting stuff he did. Like, they never show him in the war. Apparently there was a scrapped storyline where he was going to be fighting alongside Captain America in World War II. That would have been cool. But we do get a Captain America movie. I think it's the same year. The same year we get it. So yeah. But look, it is what it is. There's some really great action, some really great stunts, some awesome mutant fights. We do get Remy LeBeau, our first appearance of Gambit. He's not really Gambit, but Taylor Kitsch is doing a good job, I think. Not quite the Channing Tatum performance we got in Deadpool and Wolverine, but I liked it. It's maybe like a middle-of-the-range X-Men film for me. It's definitely improvement to X-Men 1, and maybe on par, maybe slightly below Last Stand. But it's pretty much in the middle there for me. In terms of mutants returning, we've got a whole batch of new ones. Obviously, we've talked about Hugh Jackman in the past. I hope Liev Schreiber comes back as Sabretooth. No disrespect to Tyler Mane. He was fantastic in X-Men and in Deadpool Wolverine. But I like the chemistry the two have, and I really like his performance. He's a meaner, more cunning, smarter Sabretooth. The Sabretooth we got in the other films is a little bit more of an animal. This one has a little bit more cunning to him, so I like that. I don't think we're going to get Stryker back, and that's fine. We do get another Stryker in X-Men Apocalypse, I want to say it is. It's either Apocalypse or Days of Future Past, I can't remember. And who else? I don't think we're going to get any of the others other than Deadpool. But yeah, it's fun. It's, X-Men 2 set a really high bar, and we are now in the MCU era, so obviously that's going to draw comparisons as well. But I think for an X-Men film and the kind of films we've been getting, this one sits comfortably in the middle for now. Next up is Iron Man 2.